In this CAP video, I will be reviewing the article entitled Consultation, Collaboration, and Teamwork for Students with Special Needs by Peggy Detmer. The article begins by asking the question, where did this collaboration come from? During the 70s, 80s, and 90s, there was an explosion of legislative mandates calling for educational reform. During the second wave of this reform in the 1980s, the individual school became the unit for decision-making. This promoted the development of environments among students and staff, with the emphasis for school environments having a deeper understanding of curriculum design. One of the major components of the second wave was school restructuring. In 1986, during the second wave, the former director of the U.S. Office of Special Education and Rehabilitative Services stated that too many children were being inappropriately identified or placed in learning disability programs. In this position paper, she called for collaboration between special education personnel and general education personnel who were providing services. This led to what was known as the Regular Education Initiative, or known by some as the General Education Initiative, which over time progressed and inspired countless educational reform legislation, such as debates on inclusion and No Child Left Behind. Now that we know a little bit about where it came from, let's discuss what collaborative school consultation is. It is a blend of 6 elements: system, perspective, approach, prototype, mode, and model. Let's break them down. First, system. According to Detmer, the word system denotes a complex unity composed of many diverse parts used for a common purpose. The most naturally occurring system where school consultation and collaboration is found is the school. It could also include, though, the home and family, community, medical and dental professions, mental health, social work, counseling, extracurricular, and advocacy and support groups. The second structural element is perspective. Detmer defines perspective as an aspect or object of thought from a particular viewpoint. Perspectives that have been identified in education and the related fields are purchase, doctor-patient, and process. Let's take a closer look at these. A purchase perspective is one where the consumer shops for the needed item. In this case, the consumer, or the consultee, is shopping for the services that will serve the client's need. The second perspective is the doctor-patient perspective. In this perspective, the consultant is in the role of the prescriber or the doctor. The consultee comes to the doctor knowing that there's a problem, but doesn't know how to correct it. The consultees are then responsible for revealing the helpful information to their consultant. And the last main perspective is process. In a process perspective, the consultant helps the client perceive, understand, and then act upon the problem at hand. The third structural element is approach. This is defined in the article as being primarily a formal or informal step towards a purpose. This could take place in meetings such as IEP meetings, or even just arranged interactions between the school personnel and staff. The fourth element is a prototype. This is a pattern. Examples of prototypes include a mental health consultation, a behavioral consultation, advocacy consultation, or a process consultation, where a pattern is identified. The fifth element is mode. This is a particular form or manner of doing something. The method. Modes for school consultation are direct consultation and the delivery of service to clients. This can be indirect or direct. And finally, the last element is a model. Models are patterns or examples for imitation, a smaller scale of something. A model is not the real thing, but it is a very close approximation to it. In the article, they say that the model functions as an example for which to study, replicate, manipulate, and integrate into a smaller, usable model. For example, they said that it helps to explain things that cannot be replicated because they're either too costly, too complex, too small, too large, or just too time-intensive. These qualities make the model a very useful and helpful structure when you're using the pattern to help understand a complex human process. In conclusion, these 6 pieces, system, perspective, approach, prototype, mode, and model, make up the structural elements of a collaborative school consultation. The article states that any plan for collaborative school consultation should take into account the school's needs by including facets from all of these components.